Gemini, friends of mine, how you doing? Welcome in, welcome back. I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. If you haven't been with me, hello, how you doing? My name is Priscilla. Welcome in. I'm a psychic medium, tarot reader, healer, empath, and I also have the gift of telekinesis, which I will demonstrate for you in a minute. Okay, I embody my spirits. They're always with me. I speak to them through my pendulum, and I also channel in on them as well, or I can speak to them without this. But yeah, they talk to me through my pendulum here. I know it sounds crazy. Oh, she speaks this, but yeah, I do speak to my spirits, and it's a fact. Okay, facts. All right, so they're going to pick out the first several cards, and then I'm going to follow it up with the tarot, all right, to see what messages that they have for you today. Now, I said if the priestess card comes out in this reading, I'm going to have my spirits pick out a card from here. All right. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. I'm not going to pick it out. All right. They're not going to pick it out. But I just felt like I wanted to, they wanted me to say that. I don't know why. It is what it is, but that's what I was called to say. Okay. So let's go. All right. Again, they're going to pick out the first several cards. We're all on different timelines. Okay. We all live different lives. Please don't force the reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest to who it belongs to. Okay. Again, subscribe to my channel so my spirits can pick up on your energy. All right. So you can ask questions, and if they hear it, they'll answer. All right. Let's do it. All right. I'll give you that demonstration in a minute, but let's get this party started real quick. All right, Gemini. What crown is Gemini? What crown's Gemini? I feel like, you're waiting for money. I just heard that. Either you're waiting for money, you're looking for money. Of course, everybody wants money, but you're waiting for money of some sort. Or maybe you just won some money. You just won a little bit of money or something like that. Okay, I just wanted to get that out. Okay. 1976 is significant. 1967 is significant here, but something is not quite right. Wait a little longer before taking action. Timing is off, or it could be the wrong decision. Okay. So this is sit it out. They're saying to sit this out. All right. This is what crowns you. Sit it out. So something is not quite right. Wait a little longer before taking action. Timing is off, or it could be the wrong decision. All right. Whatever that is. Let's see. Let's clarify that. Crowning for Gemini. What crowns Gemini spirit? I'm sorry, not crowning. This is your third eye. Your intuition is not prepared. All right. 1962, you can, 26 years old is significant here. Okay. Or May 26th is also here. You're navigating a tricky situation. So create or consider your game plan before moving forward. All right. So they're saying to sit it out. It might not be prepared for this. All right. Can be the wrong decision. So it's saying not prepared. Sit this out. You're navigating a tricky situation. Create or reconsider the game plan before moving forward. All right. And they're saying to sit it out. So whatever that means to you, whatever your story is, okay, that's what your intuition is telling you, and spirit also. All right. Communication, third chakra for Gemini. Well, this is what you're saying right now, what you're communicating. Okay, communication, master your fears. 1986 is here. 68 is significant. Okay, but the number I just heard 14, so June 14th is here, and June 4th. So uncover the hidden fears that are ingrained in you and holding you back from living your most authentic life. Or they want you to master your fears. All right, face your fears. If you're scared to go over a bridge, face your fears. Go over the bridge and say your prayers. When you pray, and you're facing your fears, it helps you overcome. That's what I do. I'm afraid of bridges and stuff like that. And I go over them and I pray. face my fears. You got to face your fears, okay? But you can be facing something that you're fearing, okay? It can be some fearing of drowning, something like that. The water, I just heard that. I don't know. You can be, it's a fear of something here, but they want you to master it. Maybe a fear of me being alone. All right, that's another one, being alone. Heart chakra for Gemini. In your heart is there's nothing missing, okay? There is nothing missing. Make what you have enough, all right? So make what you have enough and truly appreciate what you already have. Find peace in the present moment. You can be 32 years old, 23 years old, have a 23-year-old, but May 23rd is here. Okay, May 23rd. But nothing's missing, all right? In your heart, nothing's missing. You're beautiful just the way you are, all right? Nothing is missing. Someone for everyone, okay? Someone for everyone. You can be dealing with a Capricorn, all right? Or an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But make sure make what you have enough, all right? Sometimes people have it so much more worse than you have, okay? Somebody always has it worse, always, no matter what. Somebody always has it worse, cup runneth over. Always, be in that positive mindset that you have. Overflow, that's what you bring in, of course, the laws of attraction, so you might want to read up on that, laws of attraction. Who Moved My Cheese is another great book that it's a quick read. It's about a half-hour read. Who Moved My Cheese? Great read, okay? Wounded Warrior. You can be 35 or 53 years old, but you're unlocking true and deep personal healings to help you navigate your way back to balance and elevate your life. So yeah, you probably, feeling some kind of way about yourself or whatever. You've been wounded, people betrayed you, talk shit, just take advantage, just all that good stuff, because if you're kind, people take your kindness as being weak. So here they come, being nasty, throwing swords, betraying, taking, emotionally, physically, timely, and here you are being a wounded warrior, and nothing is missing. Okay, you might be, healing from all these low vibrational people that just were around you. Okay, mastering your fears. Maybe you're fearing of being alone. But master, face your fears is what they're telling you. Sit this shit out. Sit this shit out. Hold up a second. Let's get back to the drawing board here. All right, let's sit this shit out and reevaluate. Okay, prepare. Like Two of Wands, Three of Wands kind of energy I'm getting. Frozen. And this is Frozen. This is your love life right now. Frozen. Okay? 1964 is significant. 1946. You can be 46 years old. Okay? Take this moment of standstill and use it to improve your situation and yourself. Remember that yours can't be taken away. All right? So take this moment of standstill and use it to improve your situation and yourself. All right? Remember, what's yours, it can't be taken away. All right? Whatever is yours, it can't be. If you love someone, set it free. And if it comes back to you, it was meant to be. Okay? So that's what kind of energy that's giving me. It might be at a standstill, your love life. You might not have anybody right now, because you're a faithful person and you're not a promiscuous person or whatever. So you probably, at a standstill, abstinence. For some of you, you're not even with somebody or messing around or whatever, but you're frozen right now. Your heart, you're healing, look, both, like, protecting your heart, healing, protecting, frozen. Okay, cold. I don't want to deal with nobody kind of energy. Wait a minute, I'm healing myself. Hold up, guarding yourself. I hear that. Even with this chick, even with this one. All right. And even this one is kind of like going like this in the front. And this one, look, as well. So somebody definitely is protecting or healing themselves or trying to. Okay, for sure. What's grounding here for Gemini spirit? What's grounding energy? What's the root? What's rooting? What's the root? What's grounding them? Root chakra. This one. Behind a mask. Yeah, there you go. So the 14th is here. Again, the 14th, June 14th, June 4th, May 24th is here. You can be 41 years old, but that number 14th is significant. You can have a 14-year-old child, okay? But that number, again, 14, you can live on the 14th floor, 14th Street. Your address has the number 14 on it, all right? Something to do with that. I don't know why, I'm hearing that, all right? Things may be hidden from you. Make sure you double check everything and be careful who you trust at this time, okay? Be careful who you trust, Spirit is saying at this time. That's why part of your heart, you're protecting your heart chakra here. You're fearing that somebody's going to come here and break your heart. For some of you, this is how you're feeling. All right. Somebody's behind a mask. So be careful who you trust at this time. All right. Be careful. You can be already, this is you right now saying, yeah, I'm careful. Of course, I'm being careful right now. I just heard. Yeah, this is, people being low vibrational around you. This is what roots you. People, being lying and being deceitful and hiding themselves and lying and holding up a mask and smiling in your face. Meanwhile, as soon as you turn your back, they have, they got some shit to say. Patting you again. I feel like somebody's dealing with an earth sign here. A Capricorn specifically. Okay, so I feel like somebody's behind a mask. Straight up, somebody's behind your back. Saying hiding behind their mask. Period. All right, stop and reassess. That's what spirit. This is what you don't see. Number 13 is significant. Okay, so June 13th, May 23rd, June 3rd is here. You need more information about the situation in order to make the right decision. All right, so look into it further and pay attention to details. All right, they want you to pay attention to the details right now. Stop and reassess. Yeah, look, again with the guard in your heart. Look at that. Again, with the guard in your heart. And what grounds you, just, standing there like, yeah, what? What now? I hear that. Who's hiding behind this freaking mask now? Who wants at me now? I feel like somebody's saying, like, oh, somebody's really keeping their guard up, though, for sure. So, yeah, you need more information about the situation in order to make the right decision, all right? So sit this shit out. Look further into it and pay attention to the small details. If you have a contract, read the fine print, all right? Read the fine print. The number 13 is significant. Again, let's do the tarot. What else for Gemini spirit? What is this sit it out? What is this sit it out? Yeah, people hiding behind their thing. That's what that is. I don't know. I just heard somebody at work. I just heard people at work hiding behind a mask, hiding behind their desk. Somebody got a big block, big dark wood desk. What else? Gemini. Oh, spirit. What is this? Children. All right, children. So children are affecting this connection, or children are affecting this, what's supposed to happen here, this decision or whatever. It says timing is off and it could be the wrong decision. And this can be, several things that, maybe the spirit doesn't want you to sit it out with this person, not a good decision to have this child or children with this person, or children is affecting your connection. Children are affecting your connection, period. All right. This can be somebody, that's hiding maybe kids or something, or it's going to be affecting your decision. So they want you to sit it out. All right. Sit this one out. So something is not quite right. Wait a little longer before taking action. Timing is off. So this is about the children. All right. Something about children. 10 of Cups. Being happy here. All right. Happy, harmony, union, family, satisfactory, content. What's this? Lovers and new romance. Queen of Cups. I don't know. I just heard some of you fear your mother. Something to do with your mother. Traumatized, maybe by your mom or something like that. Trauma, whatever. Number 6 is significant. June 6th, June 16th is here. May 26th. Attraction, twin flame connection. All right. So nothing is missing. If your intuition saying is nothing is missing. All right. So they're saying make what you have enough. But nothing is missing from this. Maybe, let's see, from this lovers. Maybe you just found somebody and you're happy and you're saying nothing is missing. All right. So, for some of you, children are affecting. This is what I just heard. So take it where it resonates. For the rest, this is a side message for somebody. But somebody's marrying. To make it real short, and somebody's marrying because of a child, because they're pregnant. All right. You might not be ready for it. You might, not be ready. And they're saying you're navigating a tricky situation, but create or reconsider your game plan before moving forward. All right. So just, before you get married, move forward, just pay attention to the details, stop and reassess, Queen of Cups. What about this Queen of Cups? What is this? Yeah, I feel like, the authenticity with this Queen of Cups here. Somebody's going to come through, and Spirit is saying, be your true, authentic self. Yeah, look at that. 7 of Swords. So some deception, lies. Yeah, and that's why you're the wounded warrior here, wounded healer. Huh. You're unlocking your true and deep personal healing. So somebody hurt you. And that's the reason why somebody's healing here with the 6 of Wands. This is high profile. 6 of Wands is, being in the spotlight. Okay. Success. That's right. If you're meant to be in the spotlight, you're meant to be in the spotlight. Nobody's going to be taking that away from you. Okay, that might be people who are around you who are jealous and deceitful and wearing masks because they're jealous because you got some kind of skill here or some kind of success or triumph or something, acclamation here. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Moon right under the mask. Okay. Illusions. Complicated relationships, uncertainty, mystery, people, deception, lies. There it is, wearing a mask. I'm telling you, that's what grounds you. That's what grounds you guys, Gemini. Somebody is around you who's wearing a freaking mask and they're all mysterious and lying at you and trying to deceive you in some kind of way. And they're being nice to you in front of you, like, being nice. At that, I just think it's because you somebody here is going to be successful or is successful, high profile, something like that, or Some shit. That's why somebody is. That's why you're keeping your heart, to yourself, and your shit to yourself, and your feelings to yourself, because yeah, somebody here is high profile. Six of Wands, successful, public recognition energy. Ugh. What else, Spirit? Look at that, frozen. Thank you, Spirit. Frozen and frozen. All right. Same deck. They both take frozen. All right. So hard to let go, resisting change. All right. Sit this shit out. But this can be hard for you to let go because of the children. All right. Something might be hard for you to let go because of the children. And something here is definitely at a standstill. It can either be, source is telling you something about your love life, or maybe that's you resisting change. Somebody here is resisting change. Take it where it resonates. All right. This can be you or them resisting change. There's a stalemate. Somebody has a hard decision to make. All right. Magician. Manifestations here. Making things, manifest when you want. What you want wants you. All right. Magician. So this is somebody who has all the tools and all the resources to make shit happen. All right. To do what you want. To do what you need. Have all the resources, and that's look, 10 of Cups. Somebody's making somebody happy. Maybe somebody can let go of their ex or something like that, or somebody's not letting something go here, or there's children involved. Just something to do with children being involved, and somebody wants to move on, and somebody's not trying to not make them happy or something like that. I don't know. Look at that, death, the ending, a transition to something here. The death card came out. So this is giving me like, I feel like this is a birthing of a new twin flames, something here. Something ending, but something coming up. Like, I don't know. For some of you, for some of you probably had a miscarriage. Trigger warning. All right, trigger warning. Probably said it too late, but there was probably that. And then we have Ace of Swords. Clarity. All right, clarity, a breakthrough, honesty with this Queen of Cups. There's no gender in tarot, so this can be, woman or female, but somebody came to their clarity. All right. Somebody dug deep, and now they want to live their authentic life, and they're, of course, mastering their fears. That's what, Spirit was saying, to master your fears. All right. There was definitely some kind of breakthrough here. Something was holding you back, but you had clarity. All right. You had clarity because, look, death and then Ace of Swords. So the ending of something and the beginning of something new. Some clarity. All right. Page of Cups, happy surprises, an offer of, some kind of love or a message. Okay. Yeah, just be careful. Somebody that comes to surprise you, they might come with deceit and lies. All right. So just be mindful with that. Feel like somebody's going to come through, a visitor, somebody, might be a young person, But just be mindful, or somebody's gonna have somebody's gonna have a breakthrough or something. They're gonna have a breakthrough, an idea of some sort about this young person or this, visitor that's coming with the message. Okay, King of Cups, right? In your love, your sacred chakra, so devoted, a protective person, emotionally mature. Yeah, this is somebody that's coming through, devoted to you. Somebody who's mature, loves you. All right, Three of Wands. But I feel like somebody here with the frozen, somebody here is frozen against this King of Cups, I feel. Too, Three of Wands, next stage in love, exploring the unknown. You can be going, this is right underneath the moon. So this is you, looking forward, okay? Next stage, preparing to look forward to do something. This is progress, all right? This is progress. So you're looking forward, through this complicated relationship. You're preparing something here. You're preparing something. And for some of you, you're thinking twice about this person, whoever you just met. All right? Whoever you just met, you're thinking twice about this person because you've been, haven't been with somebody in so long. Side message again, not for everybody. For some of you, haven't been with anybody for a long time. So, you're not ready. But somebody's coming through here who's devoted and protected. Can be a man or a woman, okay? Take it where it resonates. Okay, what is this for Gemini? What is this for Gemini? What's this? The frozen. The unseen now. The unseen. Hard to let go, unaware, no clarity, resisting change. Says, have patience. There are more things going on behind the scenes than you realize. All right. So sit this shit out. Again, there's more things, the unseen. All right. With the moon. All right. There's things that you can't see. All right. They hide something's behind our lies, behind the mask. Somebody's Seven of Swords. Again, they're wearing all masks here. Deceit, lies. But there's no clarity about something here. All right. There's no clarity. And it could be about children. There's no clarity. Something's, hard to let go because of the children. You feel like you can't let go because of the children, but the children are affecting this connection. Maybe, doesn't necessarily mean that you have children, but maybe the other person has children. Something to do with that. Okay, so final destination is here. Don't stop now. Keep pushing. You're closer than you think. All right. No, this is not the one that. You're closer than you think. Ultimate aim. You're almost there, they're saying. All right. You're almost there. You are almost there. Versatility. Versatility. So juggling, this is, multitasking. Try a variety of methods or ideas. Versatility will broaden your options. So there's a death or something, an ending of some sort here. All right. But for some of you, somebody's being juggled. It's part of the end of that. It's part of the end of that. If some of you feel like you're not enough, It's the end of that. All right. Time to move on. Maybe it's something that you don't see. Maybe somebody's not, getting the clear picture here. Something to do about illusions. All right. Pushing buttons. Your heart chakra says pushing buttons. Toxic behavior. Playing games. All right. Drama. Okay. So this can be a queen. I don't know. This Queen of Cups can be creating drama in your life here. I want to say it's Mommy Dearest. For some reason, that's what kind of energy I picked up with this, Queen of Cups, and with the mastering, master your fears. Like Mommy Dearest energy, all right? But if you create or invite your own storms, you must be willing to endure the storm, all right? So toxic behavior, drama, playing games, I don't know, somebody around you has toxic behavior, all right? Maybe you saw clear about somebody around you, you had some kind of breakthrough or whatever, and you saw through their shit. You saw through somebody's shit, all right? Male or female, you definitely, saw through somebody's stuff. Somebody's, or this can be true that somebody, likes to push your buttons or triggers you. All right. This means somebody triggers you. Disappointment. There's disappointment, right? Because Seven of Swords, because there's people around you who are liars and try to, hurt you. So now you're disappointed, of course. Broken promises, sorrow, look for a lack of realism in your expectation of people and situations. That's right. That's right. Look for lack of realism in your expectation of people and situations. Sometimes, people or they wear, unfortunately, people, wearing masks. What people say and what they do or what they're thinking is two different things. Anybody can say anything. All right. Action speaks louder than words. Okay. Like I say, who truly loves you when you're in a hospital, when you're moving, all right, and when you're sick. Because when you're up, everybody's around you. Oh, but God forbid you're down. Who's around you? All right, look around you? Who's around you? Trying to pick you up and trying to make you feel better, or trying to bring you some soup. Okay. Trying to get you to the doctor, trying to, that's who your real friends and family and people who love you are, You don't have to give something, in order to, for somebody to love you, all right? So there's people around you who are like in the Seven of Swords, deceitful, infidelity, liars, in competition with you, again, patting you in the back just to figure out where they're gonna stab you, kind of shit. Yeah, but you're a wounded healer. You know this. You've been hurt already. All right, you've been disappointed. You got to turn your power into pain, my babies. All right, fire spirit. This is what is in your sacred chakra. All right, self gratification. Again, you can be dealing with the fire sign as well. Leo, Sag, Aries. A pivotal act will soon lose a chain of events leading towards your desired goal. Intensity, untamed, and action, a free spirit, a fire spirit. A pivotal act will set loose a chain of events leading towards your desired goal. You can be dealing with this intensity, a fire sign that's coming at you with some action, with this King of Cups coming at you here. All right. And mechanical self. This is what, this is you, mechanical self. It says undo the many layers of conditioning and restore your original essence. Okay. Condition, unconscious, routine, habitable. This is you being mechanical. All right. This is you being mechanical. So they're saying to undo the many layers of condition and restore your original essence. All right. Look ahead. All right. Look ahead. I know you've been hurt and there's people that have been deceiving you, wearing masks and everything. But don't let people, put up so many, you put up so many layers, that you're just a mechanical person now because you're so hurt. No, your intuition's on point. Okay. Your intuition's on point. Heal yourself. All right. Heal yourself and go back to your beautiful self. They're saying. All right. There's healing and explore the unknown. There's next stages in life. Love yourself first. Don't let people make you ugly, make you feel ugly, put up all these walls that nobody can penetrate them no more. You know what I mean? So if I'm talking to you, yeah, you know, there's people wearing masks and everything. I get it. You trying to protect yourself and all this hurt and disappointment and sorrow and the people failing you, how you feel. I get that, but you got a fire spirit in you, honey. All right. You got to take the layers off. Don't be a zombie and mechanical like the rest of these robots in this world are. Okay. There are, planes to this life and there is karma. All right. All right, what else, guys? Um, I will give you an animal spirit. This is a spirit. This is a message through an animal here. This is an animal that you've been seeing or will be seeing. Okay, this is a spirit animal that you've been seeing or are gonna see soon. All right, you can be seeing this in a book, on TV, online, wherever, on your phone. All right, Gemini. Gemini, spirit animal for Gemini that they've been seeing, okay, or will be seeing is a parrot. Again, you can be seeing this on television, whatever. I just heard a sticker. Somebody has a sticker of a parrot, whatever that meant. Sticker of a parrot. Okay, but parrot. All right, parrot means pay attention. Be mindful of mirroring the habits of those around you. Also, know when to speak and when to remain silent. All right. Also, know when to speak and to remain silent. So don't mimic people around you. So be mindful of mirroring the habits of those around you. All right. All right. You don't want to mimic any bad habits, because, people, you can rub off on people. People rub off on people. So, mean people do mean things so just be mindful of those things. Okay. All right. This was your reading. I hope it resonated with you. If it didn't, come back for the next. Okay. Or we'll go look at your rising sign. All right. Love, light, and peace to each and every one of you. I love you guys. Don't forget to subscribe and throw your girl some love, all right? All right. So, see you soon. Love, light, and peace. Don't be mean because mean people suck. Mwah. I love you guys. Peace out, Gemini.